Hey, this is April Taurus, and I hate chomos. And I also run a couple of other groups like Ghost Hunters, Stop the Hate program, stuff like that. And one of the major issues we got is pedophiles invading the online computer systems, as well as I feel like they're invading the streets as well. And we feel that the law, you know, is failing these children and victims like myself. Because when I was a child, I was victimized big time, you know. But it's become a pandemic anymore, and we got to take a stand as adults, as guardians. And you all got children out there. I'm a grandmother. I have babies, so we know where it's at. You have kids in the family all over the place, and as that's one thing I won't tolerate is a chomo hurting a child in any way, shape, or form. So one of these major issues about chomos is when they get out, you know, on the street because they get parole or probation. They think, oh, okay, we're going to be protected and all this stuff because we got to go in the sex registry, or they so-called are unselfish and they say, oh, poor me, I got to be, come on, man. Right now, all the chat logs, screenshots I'm getting, everything else is being airdropped all over the place. Everywhere. These mother efforts are being exposed for the purpose that we no longer are going to tolerate them living in our neighborhoods as well as being online on the computers. They're not going to have a happy life. They couldn't give these children a happy life. They're not going to have a happy life. Oh, and another thing, when the chomos think they can just walk down the street and get cigarettes, like I said in one of my other videos, you know, and they think, oh, well, nobody can touch me, they got another thing coming. Because I made sure that you know, everybody in the hood, even in the worst neighborhoods, knows about what's going down. And not only that, but I'm sure the worst of the worst, as they call the drug dealers, which I'd rather live with the worst of the worst out here, which they call the drug dealers and all the crap that goes on, in the bad neighborhoods, rather than live with a chomo. So, I mean, you know, even the worst of the worst out here, they have kids themselves. And when a chomo walks by and we know who you are, you're gonna get your ass stomped big time. They're gonna get the ass stomped big time because that's the shit they don't tolerate. Nobody tolerates. It's not only in the prisons, right out here on the streets. And we recognize them, we're gonna stuff a mud hole in them. We need every single parent out there across the United States, as well as Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, you know, to take a step forward and say enough's enough. We're going to, take care, and make sure these chomos stay in line. Even if they did get on probation, they're not going to be able to just walk wherever they want it. We're going to take control. Because vigilantes like myself here out on the streets, we're not going to tolerate. We're not going to wait until a child gets hurt. We're going to stop a mud hole in these bitches. So I'm just letting everybody here know that on Facebook. Okay? Then I'm not playing, man. I'm dead serious about this whole thing. I hate chomos. And I'm letting everybody know in the hood. I don't care if it's drug dealers on the corner, everybody. Everybody. That we need to take a stand. And when we recognize one of these things, you know, they don't get to live a peace and happy life. They didn't let their victims live it. We're not letting them live it out on the streets either. So they might as well just get their assholes stretched out in prison. Because even when they get out here, they're not gonna have a blessed time. That's for sure. Because they nasty. They're nasty. Viral. and despicable, disgusting. That's what they are, chomos. And I'd rather lick a toilet seat than even put my, shake hands with a chomo. I hate chomos. So I want everybody here in the United States. We have a non-profit organization, my group, I Hate Chomos Club. All right. We got a group running here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We got other groups such as CC Unit. Um, Another one, Dads Against Predators. Another one, Poachers, and stuff like that. We got groups out here as well as people on the streets, on foot, looking out for these fucking chomos and make sure these guys do not get to either live happy or live a moment of peace. And if anything, we all would want them to spend life behind bars with no parole. But unfortunately, like I said, the system's trying to fail these children. And people like ourselves are trying to stand up. We're doing it legal, with the police and all that. So there's no killing people, you know what I mean? So we have video cameras and stuff like that to run, so these chomo asses don't say we assaulted them or vice versa. However, when they're out on the streets, there's no guarantee for these little chomos that are out on probation. Because they never know. It could be anybody, a gang member even out on the street could get them. And there ain't going to be no cameras when it happens. Because we all got kids out there. No guarantees about their safety. And they should have to live in peace because they're scumbags. They molested children. So I just figured I'd let you know the update, on the programs that we got out there. And so far the police and everything in law, because we're doing everything accordingly with no, we're not willing to make violence or anything like that. We respect, business and all kinds of shit. But in another sense, we don't want to make these chomos feel comfortable, man, when they're coming out. And with all that, I want to thank you for listening. Please, anybody could do it. Be of help. If you see anybody on the sex offenders list or they're known aka chomo, don't let them live a moment of happiness. They violate 1 second of parole. Call the cops. We do whatever we can. And I can't guarantee what the street gangs would do, but guess what? You're a street gang member, and I don't know it. Kick their asses. Stomp on their motherfucking heads, because I hate chumlooks. And with all that, thank God for you guys that are good people out there to listen. Please take part in our program. Bye-bye.